Number two, Rita. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
I got you now. What's happening?
I don't know, man. Something's up with my mic, so sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're already live, so
All right, let's roll.
sorry about that. How's everybody doing today? Welcome into a live show. Hope everybody's doing well. Gonna do my prediction live on live. I figured I thought about not doing it today. I thought about just recording it and putting it out there, but I figured I'd jump on here and try to do it live and interact with some of my subscribers. If anybody's out here joining us, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you're new and checking it out for the first time. Do all that stuff. Appreciate it. I got my man Jordan Dillman.
You there, Chuck?
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Can you hear me?
I can now. Yeah,
can you hear me?
Yeah, you froze up for a second.
All right. Well, I was just saying I'm doing my live right now. I was going to record it earlier, but I decided not to, so I want to go live. How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. How about yourself?
Doing well. What's up, Mr. Todd? How you doing? But
Mr. Todd,
anyway, Saturday, South Carolina welcomes in LSU into town at noon. Might be a gully washer down there in Columbia. Expecting some rain showers from what I heard. I guess the weather forecast is still the same. I'm not sure. So either way, I'm excited for a football game to kick off in Columbia. And I don't know if that favors, South Carolina or LSU. So,
well, by looking at the radar, it looks like this storm is going to be a little northwest of us, and we're going to get the backside of it. So, yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of rain that comes into it. Don't know who it's going to favor, just like yourself, but I would hope having a redshirt freshman quarterback, it's going to favor us, that we're going to lean on the run game.
Yeah, that's the way I was thinking as well. I think because if you look at LSU's defense, they don't really. I was actually going through some of the defensive statistics earlier, and they're not a typical LSU defense from what I've read and what I've heard.
Correct.
They're real far down in a lot of the statistical categories, and like you said, having a redshirt freshman dual threat quarterback as Lenore Sellers, or a transfer dual threat quarterback like Robbie Ashford, that can hurt you on the ground. You couple that with Rocket Sanders and Attaway and Juju, our run game. If it's a rainy, wet, soggy day, I look for South Carolina to really try to get the run game going and try to make some things happen. Like this, the last time South Carolina and LSU met was 2020 back in Baton Rouge. Matter of fact, South Carolina hasn't had a home game with LSU since 2008. The last previous one was supposed to be 2015, but it got rained out and actually a bunch of flooding in Columbia. They had to move it to Baton Rouge. So this is actually the first time LSU's been back to the Columbia since the mid 2000s, 2008. So
if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, in 2008, that's when Les Miles was the coach, and they pulled that trick fake field goal where the holder just flipped it over his head. Is that the same game, or I got my games mixed up?
I'd have to go back and look. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure if that's the one.
The long snapper, I don't remember. I might have my games mixed up, but the long snapper snapping the ball to the holder, and the holder just literally took his left hand and pitched it over his head, and the damn kicker caught it and ran it into the end zone.
I want to say that game was in Baton Rouge when he did that. That kind of sounds like the crowd went real wild when he did it. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say, and my memory's not that good, I ain't gonna lie, but I think that might was Steven Garcia there? Was that the night the referee tackled Garcia going into the end zone?
Yeah, he got tackled. I thought that was the Alabama night he got tackled, but I could be wrong.
No, that was LSU because I think there was I think Steven Garcia and Patrick DeMarco talked to that referee on their little podcast show today or yesterday or whatever. I haven't checked it out yet or not, but like I said, it's the first time LSU's been back to Columbia since 2008. South Carolina really hasn't had any success against LSU. They've only won twice against LSU, back in '94 and back in 1930. So not a whole lot of success. They're 19-2-1. They tied in 1995. So not really a whole lot of success when you look at head-to-head record with LSU. LSU comes in at 16, number 16, and South Carolina's 2-0. LSU's 1-1, and I think when I did my preseason prediction and preview video, whatever, early in the year, I picked South Carolina to lose this game. I just didn't see, I guess, the defense the way they are this year so far. So I kind of, I was going by what I saw last year. So, judging off the defensive performance we had last year, the offensive performance we had last year, I kind of put my my pick on that. That's what I based it off of. But
I
did the same. Now that I'm seeing the way the defense is playing, it gives me more hope for this game. And I'll give my prediction later, but it gives me hope. The way we've been playing defensively. Right now we're tied for third in the nation in sacks with 10. Tackles for loss, we tied for number 9th. We got 17 tackles for loss already. Tied for 6th with interceptions. So we're getting the ball. We're turning them over, right? We're getting to the quarterback. We're actually getting some pressure on the quarterback. I know it's Old Dominion and Kentucky, but you still have to go out there and execute regardless of who you're playing. No matter if it's Kentucky, LSU, Georgia, Florida, whoever. It don't matter the team. You still got to go out there and execute the game plan. And it's been real refreshing seeing this defense execute at this level, in my opinion. Overall, total defense, they're 30th in the country. I was looking at LSU's, just a matchup with all that. They like in the 90s in all three of them, in all them categories, basically. So I think that favors South Carolina in a run game and passing as well. If Lenore Sellers can be on point, I think that is in our favor there.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm not going to sit here and blow sunshine. Do I think it's a tall task? Chuck, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's a tall task. I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, do I think we can pull it off? Honestly, if we can.
You did?
If you can get to the quarterback, here's my thing. If you can get to the quarterback and disrupt him and let him know, hey, we're legit, and here we are, and we're going to be after you all night, I think that's going to play a big factor. But I don't see where our team, South Carolina, can go behind 7 or 10 points and catch back up. That I don't see.
Yeah, we definitely got to keep pace with them or be ahead. I don't think we're a team that's built to come from behind, like you said. And LSU likes to they like to chunk the ball around. They're not a very big run game from what I've seen so far. Their leading rusher is out. That John Emery Jr., I think it is. So they're gonna have to lean on a couple of other running backs if they're gonna get their run game going. So they more of a, from what I've seen, is more of a passing attack. Nussmeier, he's like one of the top quarterbacks out there right now. He has over 600 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I misspoke on my last video. I said he didn't have any, but he has 1, and he hasn't been sacked so far. So
no, he hasn't been sacked, but Southern Cal put him on his back twice.
So he's been pressured. He just hasn't been sacked.
Correct. Yes, I watched the whole game the other night, and they put him on his back twice.
Okay.
I guess you would call that a QB hurry, but he actually completed both passes.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they would classify that as. I would call it a QB hurry. But if you get, guys the size that we have, because we really, if you pay attention to our defense after studying it, very rarely do we actually rush. That is just man beating men. Okay. If you go watch it, if you watch it on tape, very rarely do we have a blitz package put in. Okay. Yes, we rush, and I misworded it. We don't blitz. That is just us beating you. You know what I mean? And if we can get to him early and let him know, hey, we're legit, we're here, I think we got a shot. But with that being said, going back to what I said earlier, if we win the coin flip, we need to take the ball. Seriously. We need to take the ball.
I can see that.
We need to take the ball, and we need to try, if nothing else, 3 points on the board. We need to jump ahead in a hurry.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to set the tone, like you said. Going back to the pressure, the blitzes and things like that, we got the guys. We got the guys that can get to the quarterback. Just like I said in my video the other night or last night or whatever it was, it's going to be a tall task because that left tackle is a heck of a ball player.
Yes, he is.
Will Campbell. They said, if I'm not mistaken, Beamer said he's played like 1,700 snaps, and only allowed the quarterback to get sacked 3 times from his side. So
that is the very first offensive lineman in the next year's draft. I can promise you.
Yeah, and they're pretty stout. They got like probably the best offensive line that we probably gonna face this year, to be honest.
And you know what? I'm going to go on a limb and I'm going to say something. I think we've got the best defensive line that they have seen yet. I'm not going to sit here and say we're better than Georgia. No, I'm not going to do that. No. But we've got the best defensive line they've seen yet. I will say.
Yeah. My concern in this game, if let's say the weather's nice, right? The weather's nice, overcast, little breeze, whatever, and like I said, they like to sling the ball around the yard, right? So, can our secondaries keep up or lock down their receivers? Because they got a hell of a receiver in Kyron Lacey.
They do,
and a couple other ones that ain't too bad as well.
Well, so now this is my opinion. Now everyone knows that Beamer and Lincoln Riley are best buds, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Neither here nor there. I mean, everybody knows that. If you got 2 working brain cells, they know that. Lincoln and Shane have talked. I can promise you. It's kind of like me and you. Not a day goes by we don't communicate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, So he's telling him what he knows. The problem, Lincoln doesn't have the defense that we have, obviously, at Southern Cal. But we've got defensive backs that I believe can defend these receivers. But it's going to be one of those, what I would call a nasty game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a game. It's kind of like our basketball team plays, men's basketball. It's not going to be pretty to watch. You're going to see some penalties. We just got to get nasty with them, and we got to get nasty in a hurry. You know what I mean? To let them know, hey, we're here.
Yeah,
that's the way I see it.
Yeah, we got to nasty it up and be aggressive on defense. We can't sit back and let Nussmeier roll out or stay in the pocket, which they do like to try to move him out of the pocket as well. So we got to be able to contain him. And if our back end could hold up long enough, I think we can have some success on this team. And like Mr. Todd said, we also have depth on defense. So
we got a lot of depth. I mean, we almost
yeah,
running what they call the hockey transition. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
the hockey shifts. Yeah,
But at the end of the day, these corners, that we have, and we've got legit corners. We really do. They're long, they're strong, they're fast.
yeah,
Don't get upset at the beginning of the game if we get a couple PIs in a hurry. I mean, don't get upset about it because I think that's going to set the tone. Now,
yeah.
I'm just telling you my opinion. I think that's going to set the tone to let them know, well, these boys came to play. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yep. Like you said, we got to set the tone. We got to play physical, aggressive, nasty. We got nasty up the game. If it ain't already nasty, if it's raining. So we. Oh crap! I froze up. But like I said earlier, if it's a rainy game, then we need to establish a run, and we need to pound the ball up the middle, which is LSU's weakness is their defense. So I think that who they played Nicholls State last week, they had 150 yards on the ground.
I don't even.
So
It was Nichols. I don't know if it was Nicholls State or just Nichols. I don't know.
I think Brian Kelly said State, but it's Nichols or whoever it was. They had 150 yards on the ground. So that should give us some hope with our running quarterback Lenore Sellers, Robbie Ashford if he comes in, Rocket Sanders, Juju, whoever's back there. I think that should give us hope. Hopefully that'll build some confidence with the offensive line that say, hey, if they can do it, we should be able to push these boys around and have a good day running as well. So what's your take on that?
My biggest concern is through the years when we've played LSU,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like that's the game. That's the game that they come alive. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And that is a internal concern of mine. That is this when it clicks for them and everything. Because right now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not saying Brian Kelly's on the hot seat. No, I'm not saying that. But LSU fans are not happy with what he's done yet. You know what I'm saying? They're not happy.
Oh no.
Is this the game that it clicks? By God, I hope not. By God, I hope not. But I say that to say this. Is this the game that our offense clicks? Because Lenore showed a lot of promise playing 3 quarters.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed a lot of promise. But we all have film, there's film out there. There's tape.
Yeah.
And anybody would, there again, 2 working brain cells. And if I've said it once, I've said it 3 times since I've been on here. To get on Lenore's, well, you rush your corners. That's how to get to him. And I am a firm believer of this. Clayton White had his interview, press conference, whatever you want to call it this week. And he said something that you and I and Rooster and Jackpot and damn anybody that covers the Gamecocks that don't pump sunshine will say, I cut the boys loose. I took the reins off of them. I cut them loose. Instead of worrying about technique and footwork, I just let them be ball players. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And you know what? Look at the defense compared to last year because he's done that. And I hope like 40 Hells that Dow Loggins has taken a little piece of that page from that playbook and said, you know what? I'm just going to let my boys cut loose. Because I've always believed, I've told you this, I've told anybody that listens to me this, that the schematic scheme is more complicated than it should be. And that goes all the way back to the previous coordinator. It does. And the reason why I say that is because the coaching staff, as far as the offensive line, has not changed. It really hasn't. Yeah, Greg Atkins, he's got some medical issues, but Lonnie Teasley was his assistant. So they're still teaching the same thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
Oh yeah, makes perfect sense to me. Um, yeah, like you said, sometimes it's better to just cut them loose and throw some of this. I'm not saying throw all the technique out the window, but let them know, kind of like Lamont with the basketball team, right? On offense, he lets them generate their offense, right?
Right.
He has plays drawn up, but he lets them play within their abilities. He lets them have free reign, I guess you could say, of what they do out there offensively sometimes. But same thing with football, Sometimes you have to just cut these guys loose and say, hey, go get it, because they know how to play football. They've been playing it most of their life, so
Well,
all their young life, they've been playing football for what, 17, about 15, 16 years, whatever.
yeah, I
No,
mean,
not that long, about
I would say
10 years.
10,
But you know what I
11 years.
mean.
Yeah, 10, 11 years. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at the end
Yeah,
of
I
the
don't know
day, I
why
mean,
I say that age, but
you recruit these guys because you see something in them.
mm-hmm.
Okay. And at the end of the day, if your scheme, Marcus Satterfield's scheme, Greg Atkins' scheme, Lonnie Teasley's scheme, whatever, if it's not working, then there comes a point to say, listen, pin your ears back and go knock that some bitch down.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what we recruited you to do. That's what you've been working in a weight room for the last 8 months to do. Just go knock him down.
Yep.
And cut him loose. Cut him loose and let him go. And
yeah.
and I do understand the right way to hold them inside of the tits, inside of the pecs, and not to get calls on you. I mean, we all get that. We all get not to get false starts, but shit, fire in the morning. It's the game of football, man.
Yeah.
If it's rocket science, then Lord have mercy. I should be paid like they are, because I can watch it on TV and be like, why did you just do that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. What's up, Rob? How you doing? He said, how's everyone doing up in here? Go Cox. Yes, sir. What's up, SEC football too? Todd Gwynn, Ultra Mega Dog.
Hey, I don't know. I'm gonna say, hey, hello to everyone. I don't know who SEC football tube is, but he reached out to me the other day, and I appreciate him commenting on my videos. And man, thank you for joining in tonight. Thank you. I don't know you. Everybody else, it's pretty common followers of the channel of Chuck's channel, but thank you.
Yeah, he's like he said in the comment, he's a Gamecock content creator. I met him whenever I first started doing South Carolina content, and I think he got his channel hacked and he lost it. So, and now he's just now getting back on. So, yeah, he had a good following, man. He was over 1,000 subscribers. I forgot how many, but he's been doing it for a while. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he may be a student. I can't remember, but he's right there local to Columbia. So. But yeah, he's a good dude. I've been on a couple of his live shows as well. So back in the day.
Well, you want to give our predictions? I'm going to give you mine if you want it.
Well, that's what we're here for, right? To talk about the predictions. So you go ahead and let it rip if you want to.
All right, here's what's going to happen. I'm not going to call who's going to win the game because I don't know. I will say this. If we can get on the board first and give us the confidence that we need, and I really don't give a rat's ass about the weather. I know a lot of people keep talking about the weather. It is the momentum. If we can get 80,000 people behind our team and we get on the board first, I think our defense can keep us in this game. That's what I believe. Again, they're going to sling it around the yard. They're not going to try to run on us. Well, Brian Kelly said as much. If we put 3 up front,
Mm-hmm.
then they're going to try to run on us. But if we stack the box, they're not. So everybody knows we're going to be on, our DBs are going to be on islands, and they're going to have to dirty up the game. We're going to get some penalties. The final score is this 21-17.
But you ain't gonna say who wins.
I'm not going to say who wins. I'm going to say Stockton covers. But I don't know who's going to win, but I think it's going to be 21-17.
Wow. Okay.
And listen, if you're a betting man, take South Carolina to cover and take the damn under.
Yeah. What is the over under for that, by the way? I haven't looked.
50.
50. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll definitely take the under. So you say 21-17, but you ain't gonna say who wins.
I don't know who wins, Chuck.
You.
I mean, I'd be lying. It just
all right.
It just depends on. I think it depends on. Of course, Willoughby is going to be rocking. We all know that it's going to be. I'm going to be there. It's going to be rocking. It depends on.
Oh, you gonna be there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It depends on if we can jump out front. If we can jump out front, that place will come unglued. Seriously. And I think that's all the players need for confidence purposes.
Hey, we got a question in the comments section for you before I do my prediction. T Love, here, I'll put it up on the screen. T Love, he was in here last time whenever you dipped out to go help with that deer. But can you see that?
Yeah.
I have a question for Jordan. Can you give us an estimate NIL expenditure U.S. is paying for this year's team without giving any specifics? I guess because he knows you are a booster or whatever. So
no, I would be lying if I gave you an exact figure. I will tell you, that's kind of a private side. They kind of keep that close to the vest with Garnet Trust. I will tell you, it is way beyond 4 or 5 million. That I can tell you. Now, is it the paying one player 10 million, 12 million like Nico or anybody like that? No. That's not happening. I can tell you that. That's not happening.
So, okay. So I heard this now. I can't remember where I heard it, but are they you may or may not be able to answer this, but are they investing a good bit of that NIL on defense, the edge?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So there's that tidbit of information for anybody that does not know. I thought I heard that somewhere, but I wasn't sure, and I'm not sure how accurate that was. That's why I would ask that.
I can tell you what, there's a freshman that's well paid. How about that?
Oh yeah. I think we know who that is. He's pretty hungry every game.
Yeah.
And very dang good.
And guess what? He's worth every damn penny.
So far, yep. He's as advertised. Rob said, Jordan, that means you picked LSU.
I did not, Rob. No, I did not. I said I didn't know who.
Well, you said take the under and South Carolina with the points.
Yes.
So that
I'll be honest with y'all. I'm taking South Carolina at plus 235 outright. Okay. Truly, I'm taking South Carolina plus 235 outright to win the damn game outright. I'm not even taking the points. I'm taking them to win outright.
There you go. I couldn't do that. But anyway, SEC football too said this feels somewhat like the Auburn 2021 game. I don't know why, but it does to me.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about the Auburn 2021 one. No, it doesn't feel that way to me. I'll tell you what it feels to me like. This game to me feels like, what year did tell me, Chuck, Cam Newton just absolutely destroy us? Do you remember that? The Auburn game, Cam Newton destroyed us when he would just take his left leg and step forward and then stand in the pocket and rip us apart?
Yeah, I remember, but I don't remember what year that is.
Was that 12, 13, somewhere along in there?
2010. Todd Glenn said 2010.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah,
that might be about right. Yeah, yeah. My years all run together.
Yeah, this is the game. Like I said earlier, one of two things are going to happen. Either LSU clicks, because on paper, y'all, on paper,
they played twice.
You got to be honest. On paper, they're a better team than we are. On paper. Now, paper means nothing. I mean, anybody can pick a pen up and write down on paper, right?
That don't mean nothing to me.
I know it is not what I just said. But at the end of the day, I hope like all get out. This ain't the game that clicks for them. And I hope like all get out, this is the game that our offense clicks for us.
Yeah. What's up, Brock? How you doing tonight? T. Love said he totally understands about your NIL question earlier. And then he said the SEC championship game, they played twice that year. So, yeah, we should have beat them in the regular season, I believe. And then the SEC championship game, they just destroyed us. So, I guess the
SEC guy said that Kentucky was better on paper than us. Well, I'm not so sure about that, sir. I'm not so sure. I even said that on paper we matched up better with Kentucky than we did with Old Dominion. Why? Because that was an even playing field. Even playing field, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Now, the Big Blue Wall is the Big Blue dumpster, is what they are. Now, listen, I'm not going to, yeah, we beat the socks off of them, but I'm not going to say it's because they didn't help us. They just flat couldn't stop our defense, and they just started pulling and tugging. I mean, hell, the whole first half, there were holding calls that nobody even paid attention to. But in the second half, they couldn't run 3 plays without getting a holding call. So obviously somebody got in the ear somewhere.
Oh, wait. Let's see. But yeah, this game, like I said, going into the season, I had LSU beating us. Just for what you said there on paper. They have a better offensive line than we do, I think.
Well, hold on a minute now. Paper don't matter, Chuck. Isn't that what you told me?
I said going into the beginning of the season, before we got to see us play, on just by their roster.
Yeah, you already punting in, and we ain't even started to drive yet. Go ahead.
All right, anyway, before the season started, I had LSU beating us. That's based off, like I said earlier, previous year, how everybody looked last year. Once I saw the season, the way our defense played last weekend, I got to change the tune a little bit. In this game, LSU likes to spread the ball around, likes to throw it. I would venture to say they probably one-dimensional, and that plays in our favor. That plays in our favor because our strong suit is our defense. But
our weak suit to our defense is a rushing defense.
Yeah, it is. But LSU is not a running team. They do not. They do not run as effectively as they do passing.
I mean, I agree, but have our corners been challenged yet? And I'll answer that for you. No,
that's what I'm getting ready to say. Can our back end hold up, right, to allow our edge rushers to either A, get to the quarterback, or B, set the edge containing and let our interior defensive line work to the quarterback or linebackers. If they can do that, I think that bodes well for South Carolina in this matchup. Scott Collins said we have to stop the run. I'm not as – yeah, we do need to stop whatever run game they offer, but I'm not as much concerned as their run game as I am their passing game.
Now, if they try to run Scott Collins, in my opinion, I'm going to give you. I'm going to go on a limb here. If they try to run, I think Debo Williams will be the SEC Player of the Week. That he will peel their head off. That's my opinion. Now,
Yeah.
where it's going to happen is that happens one or two times. That they just cut Debo loose and let him peel somebody's head off. And anybody that's ever watched him play knows that he can do that in a hurry. And then they're going to drop back to pass and let our line do their damn thing, especially our pass rushers. Because very rarely do we blitz. If y'all look at it, very rarely is there a called blitz that South Carolina calls. Very rarely. That is just pure talent.
Yeah. But going back to what I was saying, I'm going to play the weather thing. Okay, if it's a wet, soggy Saturday in Columbia, I think South Carolina. I think it's going to be a nasty affair, both weather related and on the field. I think we're going to dirty the game up, and South Carolina's going to win a close game, like 17-13. That's my prediction there. Now, if it's nice out and LSU wants to try to sling the ball around the park, I think the game's going to be a little higher scoring. But I think South Carolina, I like our chances offensively against their defense and their secondary, and also like our defense against their offense. So I think either way, whether it's raining or nice out, I think the nice weather is going to give it more opportunity to be a higher scoring game. But a wet, soggy day is going to lower the score. I don't think neither one's going to be able to generate enough or a lot of points, I guess you could say. But if it's nice out, I think South Carolina's going to win that game like 27-23 is my prediction on this game. So I got South Carolina winning it. I know, like I said, earlier I said, before the season started, I had LSU winning, but I just feel like South Carolina, the defense has come a long way since last year. And if we can get that offense clicking this Saturday, I think we'll have a good day against LSU's defense and secondary. So,
and I respect the hell out of that. And I think that's a very well thought out. Very well thought out. But let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
How good has Southern Cal ever been on defense?
They haven't, but they got a defense now. Their defense looked pretty good the first game.
They're not powerful, but they're fast.
Yeah.
Fast. Okay. Well, who the hell is Nichols or Nicholls State? I don't even know where they're from.
I think they're from Louisiana.
Okay.
I think.
I think we're going – now, I hope I'm right. I think it's going to be like taking a cookie from a baby with our defense. I swear to God. I think if we rattled that boy's cage, Musmeyer, whatever his damn name is, hey, if we can rattle his cage a couple times, it's like old Dale Earnhardt said. I didn't mean to wreck him. I just meant to rattle his cage.
What's up, Talkers Pitt? How you doing? He's got a big time matchup this weekend, the Backyard Brawl. And unfortunately, Talkers Pitt, I got to pull for West Virginia, brother, because that's where my wife's from. So
West by God, Virginia.
That's right. So everybody in the comments, let me know what y'all think the score is going to be. Who y'all think is going to win this game between South Carolina and LSU? And Talkers Pitt said it is Louisiana. So I guess Nichols is in Louisiana.
Okay, I didn't know. But if you watch, y'all, I'm telling you, if you watch how Beamer gave his press conference, if you watch how Dow Loggins gave his press conference, then you watch. Now, those two were kind of on the same page. Then you watch Clayton White. It's almost like Clayton White was like, yeah, I know what they're going to do. I mean, I'm cutting my boys loose. I take the reins off of them. I just let them be football players. It seemed to me like either Beamer and Loggins were worried, or either they're like, I got something. But Clayton White was complete opposite. He was like, "Yep, yep, yep, Like he was ready for every question, and he was ready. I mean, he was ready.
Oh yeah.
And I think he knows that we about to peel some heads back defensively.
Okay. Looks like we may have a LSU fan in here. He said, I guess it's a he. Y'all's defense played Kentucky and Old Dominion. Y'all won't get to us unless y'all blitz. Our pass protection is elite. That's what we said. We said y'all's pass protection is pretty good, man.
Y'all's offensive line is the best we have seen this year.
Yeah.
And guess what? The best defensive line you've seen this year, you're gonna see at noon high.
We'll see. I mean, we got the players. I mean, I think we do have to like dial up some kind of schemes or blitz packages or something. We can't just. I don't think we can just expect Dylan Stewart or Kennard to just get to the quarterback. Especially the left side anyway.
No, they're gonna do their damnedest. I'll be honest with you. If Dylan gets a damn hurry in this game, a QB hurry, it would shock me. They're gonna double team him. It's coming from the other side. It's come from the other side.
That's the way I figure. It's probably gonna have to come from the right side, Kennard or whoever, because I look for them to probably chip him, Dylan Stewart. But yeah, we're not saying that y'all got a crappy offensive line. We understand that. We give y'all credit.
Hell no. Yeah. Shit, three of them's going to the NFL, brother, in the first 20 picks. I can promise you that.
He did say their run blocking is still a struggle. Yeah. Yeah, I think we talked about that too, because they haven't been able to generate a whole lot of rushing yards. Let me see here. Talkers Pitt said it's 50-50 on who'll win the brawl. Yeah, that's a close game. I think it's about a 4 or 5 point spread, something like that.
Which game are you talking about?
West Virginia Pitt. I was just reading the comment.
Well, I'm gonna tell you who's gonna win that game. Pittsburgh's gonna win the game.
Oh Lord, no! Come on, dude. No, West Virginia.
Shit. Pittsburgh's winning that game.
Okay. Talkers Pitt said the freshman y'all have, Dylan Stewart, number 6. Very good. Yep.
And you know what? You know what Brian Kelly did make one big, huge mistake, in my opinion?
What's that?
He talked about receivers that don't even get the damn ball.
I know. I alluded to that in my video, man. He brought up Devon Campbell and Nick Harbor.
Yeah.
They got what?
Well,
maybe two.
Please focus on them. Please focus on them. That is exactly what you need to do.
What they need to do is lock on Mazio Bennett, because I think he's gonna have a big game.
Nah, damn, don't get the damn game plan away, Chuck.
I'm just saying. Brian Kelly ain't watching.
Well, you don't know what they're listening to. But at the end of the day, please focus on 2 people that don't even catch the ball.
Exactly. Let's see. Devon Campbell's got 1 reception on the year.
Yeah, how many's Nichols got? None?
None.
Yeah, exactly.
He got pass interference with, but outside of that, I mean, I thought that was pretty. I don't know where he got the information when he was doing his press conference or whatever, but yeah, he needs to focus on 3 and 14 and what, 19? Is that Jacobs?
Yeah.
And Josh Simon.
Yeah, I mean, when he said that, he was like, yeah, they got huge receivers. And hey, listen, and he's right. They are huge. And
yeah.
They're fast. But at the end of the day, they ain't called a pass.
Yeah. Yeah, put your best one on them. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
So, let's see. T Love said our defensive tackles are future NFL players. Oh yeah, I could see them playing in the league. Tonka,
Who's that?
Tonka, T.J. Sanders, huh?
T.J. Sanders and Tonka.
Yeah, in the league.
Oh, Tonka truck's going. T.J. Sanders going. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm not going to say they're going first round, but they're going. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. So it's SEC football tube and Talkers Pitt think Pitt's going to win 28-21 or somewhere around that area.
I just told you Pitt was going to win.
No, dude, I'm telling you. No. Well, I got to say West Virginia winning because I ain't sleeping in the basement. It's too cold down here.
Well, all I can tell you is this.
So
when Pitt wins, that big old golden doodle you got needs to crawl up on the couch with you because that's what you're going to be sleeping with.
Oh, that's a 3:30 game, I believe. So I should be able to get to watch that one too because I'm streaming the LSU game. So everybody on here, come back on Saturday at noon. I know there's going to be other people streaming, so I understand. Got Jackpot streaming, the Gamecock Grind with Rooster. He'll be streaming as well. So just pop in and say hey, whatever. If you want to hang out with me, come hang out with me. That's fine as well. So.
Well, look, brother, I love you to the moon and back. You know I do, and I appreciate everybody in here. And y'all, please like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you commenting.
Yep.
Support my man Gamecock Chuck, and we'll be live with y'all on Saturday. I'm getting off here and about to eat me a plate of spaghetti, and I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to do that too. So, hey, I appreciate you hopping on, and I guess we'll talk to you later.
21-17's final score.
But you won't say who wins. Oh, my goodness.
Talk to you later.
All right, man.
All right, bye.
Did you get off? All right, there you go. He's gone. All right, guys. Hey, appreciate everybody for stopping by. Just wanted to hop on here. Just trying to work on this YouTube thing, trying to get more comfortable doing these things. So hope everybody enjoyed the conversation, our predictions. If you agree with them, that's fine. If you don't agree with them, that's fine too. I respect everybody's opinion, but make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up whenever you leave or when you come in. If you're watching this after the fact, do that as well. Subscribe if you're new here. And yeah, I appreciate everybody. Like I said, I'll be back here Saturday. Hopefully I can get my microphone working. I had some technical difficulties earlier, so hopefully I can get my microphone working and everything will be good to go. So hope everybody had a good night, good time. And that's it for this one. We'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all have a good night, and God bless, and we'll see y'all Saturday.